everybody. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe to the channel if you haven't. I saw Yumi in Tuscany, and as I posted, I genuinely think it is solid. I think it's cute, it's fun, all the elements you need of a classic rom com, right? And I definitely do miss when rom coms hit the theaters and everybody went to go see them, but they never like destroyed the box office like a blockbuster. But they were always popular enough to draft enough people to the theater. Now, we don't really get a lot of black rom coms, right? And the fact that we even have one in 2026, despite all the ghettoification of black media, and a lot of other things, it is very beautiful to see a film like this. It was, like I said, it was clean. Like there were some dirty jokes, but dirty jokes are funny when they're not ridiculous. And there was a lot of good moments between the characters. I think Halle Bailey as Anna was just the cutest thing ever. I love seeing black women be soft and cute and sweet and just enjoying themselves. And this is what Anna was doing. Yeah, she was going through some stuff, but it made her a little more relatable than like traumatic. And we were all in theaters crying. Like you felt for her. She was a girl, which is, after my own heart, as I did go to culinary school when I was younger, a girl that went to culinary school but had to stop because her mom got sick. She dropped everything to take care of her mom. Her mom ended up passing away, which is, story, story, character, things like that, things that make her tick. And you find out she's afraid to go near the stove because it reminds her of her mom. And that's beautiful. There's some beautiful character writing, in my opinion. You meet her friend who's just funny as hell. She kind of fits the ghetto aesthetic, but she's also married and pregnant and not a single mom struggling. Like, I like that. You do find out that Anna is raised by a single mom, but that didn't bother me as much. I did very much enjoy the chemistry between her and Reggie Jean Page. I think that's how you say his name, Reggie Ray. I don't know his name, but as Michael, and they were great. I thought the humor was funny. The being actually filmed in Tuscany made it look so good. It just looked really real. Because it was, running through the fields felt like genuine and fresh. Everything felt real because it really was. And I think it's interesting that we get a black movie filmed in an area like that because I don't think I've ever seen a black movie filmed somewhere like this. And it just made for good, architectural shots, good sunset scenes, good everything, music. Uh, Hell, I just enjoyed the fact that she wasn't getting her ass whooped by some other guy, and then he had to show up and say like, no, she was just stumbled into Tuscany on a whim of meeting a guy from there who had a villa. She was a house sitter, so she just kind of invited herself there, and then she ends up putting on the ring that he had for just the occasion that he did get married, and then the family assumes she's marrying him, and as a rom com, it all goes crazy. Funny as hell. But the circumstances were great. I loved seeing the theater. Like I said, for They Will Kill You, I'm loving as black people just being in the theater for black cinema. And we were just in there. Everybody was laughing. The women there had a good time. Black women came together. Some black women came alone. I went alone. It was just a really good time to just sit there and just see black people just enjoying a film, just like They Will Kill You. I'm not gonna not post stuff like this because I think more channels should do stuff like this. I loved seeing just a nice developed black relationship. Now, obviously, it has the typical rom com thing of it just kind of ends at the happy point. We don't see them go through anything, but I'm fine with that because we rarely get that. And I just like that black women have this thought that hey, we could go out there and get happy. Like I said, I've complained for years. Where's the Legally Blonde? Where's the Clueless? Where's any of these type of things? Where's Black Girls Enchanted? You know what I mean? And where is it with black men specifically? Because usually, whenever I get something like this, it's black people just toxic as fuck, beating each other, killing each other, whatever. But then this movie comes out, and none of that happens, and I just walked out the theater actually happier than when I went in. Because when I started the movie, I was kind of like, it's kind of whatever. But then when it started to go, I was really like invested and thoroughly enjoying it. Like I said, as a person who went to culinary school, I loved seeing all the food get made. I loved like she was me. Like I was watching her and go, she's me. Like when I went to Italy and New York last year, I saw all the like sopressata and stuff just hanging. I saw some big ass cheese wheels. I was freaking out. I was geeking out because I'm like, yo, I've always wanted to try some stuff like this and play with it and make it and do like charcuterie play. So like it was a very relatable film for someone like me, and I really enjoyed that. Maybe try like a fresh grape out of a vineyard, like you know what I'm saying, like that stuff right there is like in my head all the time. Like yo, I need to go to Tuscany or Italy or something like that and do this. So I think a lot of women, especially, I think black men should take black women to see this movie. I think if you are dating a black woman and you are in a relationship and you genuinely like her, this is a really good date movie. I think this is a fantastic date movie to take your woman to. And might even make up like, dang, we should really like each other a little bit more. We might be beefing, but I do love this nigga. He loved me too. Like I want to see that. I want to see more of that. You know, it's just a good time. I think the part that kind of got me was I thought the family was going to end up being a little racist, and then they ended up not being racist, which was good. I thought that the generic romance development didn't feel forced. It actually felt natural, and you kind of wanted it for them. And all in all, I do think that we should see the movie, and black women should be more willing to go see this movie now more than anything right now. Now, I do want to talk about this section. I do think this is an interesting way of putting it. When the director of the film, I think it was the producer, I'm sorry, not director, producer says, You, Me, and Tuscany is a very deciding factor on whether Hollywood is willing to make more black rom coms. And I do understand why they would say that because these type of things don't tend to make a lot of money from the black community. So I can understand why they say, well, this movie needs to make some money or at least be successful, and we can see more black rom coms like this. And I love the fact that they kind of point this out, even though I do think that this one movie shouldn't define whether more black rom coms get made. Right? Like, I don't think that this should be the only contributing factor because that's a lot riding on one movie that's just kind of out. But I do think there's a good sign because I do think black women, black women that were there enjoyed it. I know some of those black women are going to go on Instagram and something say go see it. Black women tend to listen to stuff like that and go see it. You got black women on TikTok saying go see You, Me, and Tuscany, and that's also a big push and tends to help things out. So I'm happy to see that black women are at least pushing the film. As a black man, I want to push the film too because I like the portrayal of black men in this film because there's a brother there. He's just British. And that's a good thing. So I think the director and producers are saying like more people should see this. And the movie only cost about 18 million, and it made 8 million opening weekend. So who knows? It could come out at 18 million at the end of this weekend, and then they'll be like, well, at least it made its budget back. And then on the third weekend being out, it could probably make like 30 something million. Who knows? All I'm saying is that the more we put the word out there that we should go see these movies, I think that would make Hollywood be like, you know what, maybe black people do want to see more of just positive, non toxic, abusive shit. And we'll put this out more and see what happens. But we'd have to keep that momentum going. So I just want to put that out there. This is words of the producer. And if that is exactly how we're looking at it, then this is what needs to happen. If we want to see more soft, loving black women on screen, more like respectable black men on screen, which is what I've been advocating for on this channel since I started, you know, things like that, we'd have to go and actually support that idea, right? Okay. So all in all, just to kind of bring the video to the closing point, I definitely enjoyed the movie. I liked a lot about what was going on. I like a lot about the character dynamics. The vineyards are beautiful. The shots are beautiful. The jokes, some of them jokes were killing me. I'm trying to say like she was like, what did he say to her? He got in the cab. He was like, oh yeah, just enjoy the ride in Coochie. And she was like, did you name your car Coochie? He was like, yeah, it means cute. She was like, oh, okay. I was like, yo, this shit is drawing. And every now and then her little Atlanta accent would come out and I'd be dying. I'm like, yeah, she couldn't hide at that time. But all in all, yeah, I think this is just a good sign for black people in cinema right now. We had Sinners last year. We got this year. We had They Will Kill You. I think As God Is looks crazy though. but I think it's for a cool reason. So I'm actually going to be in the theaters for that too. And let's just, make this a success. I think black people should do that. I think we should also go back to seeing They Will Kill You and put more money into that. But, here or there. But, you've been here with me. Thanks for watching. If you made it all the way to the end, let me know how you feel down below. Like, comment, subscribe for more. I'll see y'all in the next one.